Hey guys, it's me Treyman, and I'm here with another weekly timetable, and you may not be able to tell, but it's nighttime. I don't like recording timetables at night, and I don't do it usually, but lately I've just not had the time. Maybe I should make myself a timetable. So let's jump into what we did this week. On Monday we had Treyman's Modular Minecraft episode 34, Climb Star, where I burn away a ton of EMC, not really doing much of anything. So, whoops. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff wasted there, but at least we have it all saved in the transmutation tablet, or else I would have been kind of screwed. Then on Tuesday we had Locomotion episode 52, A Challenger Approaches, with a period, because whoops, I'm an idiot. Haha. And I remember the question this week, which was, what is the most powerful kind of armor in Tekkit? And somebody answered red matter armor. No, not quite. Then Pushlik. I'm never gonna get your name right, man. Not once in a million years. Unless that was right. I'm not gonna get it right. I can never remember it. Says quantum armor with a question mark, but he's right. Quantum armor will absorb 100% of the damage you take as long as it's charged, which means you can survive the point-blank blast of a nuclear explosion. Only thing in Tekkit that can do that. Then we have Portal 2 Custom Testing Initiative, Test 57 and 56. Whoops. Don't remember what we did this video. I'll be completely honest. I remember the second test involved me killing a lot of turrets, and it was fun. Other than that, I don't remember what we did. Whoops. I think Amelia was in the background for that one, as he was with the Locomotion video. Oh, I forgot to post a... Not forgot, but I didn't post a video on Wednesday because... Well, because I didn't. Yeah, it was Halloween, so yeah, I was out late doing things. Didn't have time to make a video. Sorry, guys. Then Friday we had episode 14 of Transroad Simulator 2006, which was a really laggy episode, and I have no idea why. And it wasn't laggy for me, it was only laggy in the recording, which really kind of sucks. But, episode 14, Granite Peak, where we build a mountain. That's pretty much all we did, we built a mountain. Whoop-de-doo. Now, guys, I'd like to move on to what's going on next week. And next week, as some of you guys may know, I would hope most of you guys know, even if you aren't fans of this particular franchise, but Halo 4 is coming out November 6th, which is Election Day. Also, I'm not going to get into who I would vote for because I don't want to start a political comment war, because that's possibly one of the worst comment wars you can ever get into. That, politics, religion, and, like, consoles are the three absolute worst comment wars to get into. I think religion might be the worst of those, but let's not dwell on any of those subjects because let's not start a comment war at all. But next week, I will have a video on Monday. Monday is kind of hectic for me because what I'm doing is I'm coming home. I'm making a video right away. I'm processing that. I'm going to the chiropractor. I'm coming back. I'm listening to a podcast with my friend and my dad because I gotta have him listen to this podcast because it's goddamn hilarious. It's the most recent Rooster Teeth podcast. First of all, if you guys aren't subscribed to them, do it right now because they're hilarious. Second of all, go listen to that podcast because it's the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. But yeah, I'm going to make the Monday video, and then I'm going to the midnight release of Halo 4. Tuesday, I'm coming back here with Amelia, and we're playing Halo 4 all day. And I'm probably going to be completely engulfed with that for the rest of the week. So don't expect a video from me until the weekly timetable next Sunday, aside from Modular Minecraft, because I'm going to be involved in Halo. And next week, I will talk a lot about what exactly is good and bad about Halo 4. I'll talk a lot about that. So it'll be the Halo 4 timetable. You guys wanted me to talk a lot about my sci-fi universe. Well, I got one comment on that, which is more than anyone else wanted me to post or wanted me to talk about anything else, and I don't have my laptop in here, which is where I keep all the information on my Sci-Fi Universe compilation, because there are, I believe, well, there are four books. That's four. Not this, not this. Four books that relate to that, and one is my book one, which is called Welcome to the TTO. Book two is not named yet. Book three, um, book three. I can't tell which hand is which on the screen. Book three is The Nick of Time, and it's actually a short story. And book four is The Guide to the Sci-Fi Universe, which is written in a more non-fiction point of view. So it sounds like it's created by the story goes, it was created by the computer program of Mabel's, which I'll talk about later. It was created by the AI of Mabel's in her spare time. Like, might as well compile this and send it out. Of course, she's only an AI, so she's not omnipotent. So the facts in that book may not match up to the canon of each and every series, and I have to change the canon of each series to kind of make them fit, because we can't have Halo and Star Trek going on at once, etc., etc. It just doesn't work. And you can't say we've had no contact with anyone. I'd say Vulcans are kind of far away, actually. Like, literally and time-wise, because I wrote first contact with the Vulcans is 2660, after the Human Covenant War. Unless something happens in the Reclaimer trilogy of Halo games that will push that even further, in which case I might have to change some more things about the series. Yeah, and in the what's the word? In the aftermath of the Human Covenant War, just as it turns into the 2600s, Zephyr Cochrane makes his famous flight, and the Vulcans notice our warp signature, and then we start off this awesome alliance, awesome interstellar alliance. But even predating that, the first encounter we had outside of having FTL drives is the Stargate, and that was, I think, 1997 it was officially reactive. Well, the SGC was created in 1997, I think. It was 97 or 96. I'll need to check that, because if I was wrong, I might need to move the dates a little bit in my book. I think it's 97. I'm going to check right now, because I have the Stargate Wiki bookmarked. Maybe one day we can compile all of these. SGC. Stargate Command. Yep, 1997. Date of establishment 1997, fragmentation 1998, and then reorganization 1998. So yeah, close enough. Stargate SG-1, the TV show, was shut down in what, 2007, 2006. Not 2006, 2007 or 2008. Not sure. Maybe that'll be a question next week in my there. Yeah. Doesn't help at all. But Mabel's is a very integral part of the TTO, which is Time Travelers Organization. Mabel's is this massive space station floating in what I call the non-space, which is the space between universes, between this one and the next one. It's the void, so to speak, but it was created via a rift in space-time, aka the Cardiff Rift. For any of you who are familiar with Doctor Who lore, you guys will know what that is. Also, if you can tell me exactly what that name is from, Mabel's Cafe, what series that is from, and I don't actually mention that series particularly much in the books at all, other than using the name of the cafe, because I said it was a private entrepreneur thing. I'm not sure how to say it. It was just a restaurant in the middle of non-space. A restaurant in the middle of non-space, and from there, it went on to my shoulder. From there, after the Five Doctors event, which is also, if you're familiar with Doctor Who, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth Doctors all met up at one point or another, and then they decided to create the TTO, Time Travelers Organization, to stop paradoxes. With their combined influence, they were able to take over Mabel's Cafe and do this massive overhaul where they turned it into a gigantic space station. It has a central hub, which is 2.5 kilometers in diameter, and then an outer ring, which is 10 kilometers in diameter, and they're connected via passageways, and you dock time ships. Time ships are basically any starship throughout history that the TTO is recruited and equipped with a time drive, which is a special kind of star drive. It allows a normally equipped starship to travel through time as well as space. And also to access Mabel's Cafe. But, yeah, the TTO is there. We get doctors in from time to time. What originally started was we had the Five Doctors, and then we had the companions, and companions, once they're there, and then they get lost, however they get lost, they can't come back. So that is the one exception to the rule of we acquire people and ships at the end of their lifetimes, which means, like, for example, Kirk. Captain Kirk. What was it? Star Trek Generations, I think it was, with the Nexus. At the end of that movie, not at the end of that movie, but spoiler alert, he dies. Twice, actually. But what would have happened is the TTO, after he dies, when he's almost dead, or when he's, not clinically dead, but when he's dead, we go and we get him, and we bring him to Mabel's, and we revive him. Not only we revive him, but we scan him into the database, this, that, and the other. He's dead to the universe, but we use him. Same with ships. Enterprise A or B, one of the Star Trek movies, The Wrath of Khan. The Wrath of Khan, or the one before it, one of the Enterprises gets blown up. It's a self-destruct, but what we would have done there is we would have frozen time around the ship right before it was going to self-destruct, transported it out, beamed in some wreckage to make it seem like the ship had actually blown up, cleared the ship of organic life forms that would have been trying to take it over, or just recruited them because they would have been dead anyways. So that's how we would acquire the Enterprise and its captain. We'd actually do it separately. What else? Like, General Hammond, I think, died of a heart attack. We could have stopped that. We would have taken him right before he died and cured him. Because in TTO we have amazing medical capabilities, and the trick about that is we do all sorts of battles, ship battles, everything. Any ship is equipped so that if it's about to be destroyed, it will escape. It will get the hell out of there, because we do not tolerate ship casualties in the TTO, because ships are tough to get. It takes a lot of power to acquire a ship, especially a large one. Think of, like, City Ship, to go back to Starship. Not Starship, Stargate. Atlantis is a city ship. That was the first acquisition that the TTO had. We started getting captains first. We got Kirk. We got Picard. Then I believe we got General Hammond, and then we got Admiral Cole. And there was one more person. Can't remember who. Who was the fifth? The fifth, because when we had the first five, we made fifth was Keyes. We made it was easy to get him, by the way, even though he was consumed by the flood. What we did was we scanned his mind while he was in that state. We scanned his mind, we acquired all of his memories, and then we just, you know how a teleporter transporter Star Trek beams you, assembles you. That's a super easy way to clone it. Can't believe nobody ever thought of that. Like, if someone's dead, instead of building them a new body like from scratch, just have a copy of the transporter signal and beam them out again. Which is what we did for Keys. We got his memories, we put him in the new body, we had Keys. But after that, that was the first coalition, that was the first organization of captains, and they decided that we can't just go flying around in the TARDIS all day, because the Doctor's got better things to do, quite frankly. We need to acquire ships. So what they did was they found Atlantis, and through a joint operation using the TARDIS, before Atlantis blew up, they acquired it. They gave it more zero-point modules to keep the shield running. They equipped it with 7 time drives, the first 7 ever to be built. And also, they were fairly inefficient time drives. They struggle with that thing. 3.3 kilometers in diameter. It's a pain to get that thing into non-space, into the time vortex. Very harrowing. It's very important to have an AI to help you with that. Which they do. They have Dr. Elizabeth Weir to help them. They downloaded her consciousness from the replicator body, turned her into an AI. She's a holographic form all the time now. Mobile emitter and this, that, and the other. I'm dragging. See, if you see what I'm doing here, I'm dragging from all different sorts of realities. We have the TARDIS from Doctor Who. We have Elizabeth Weir from Weir. Not. I always feel like I fail at pronouncing her name. Weir. We have Elizabeth Weir and Atlantis from Stargate. We have the mobile emitter from Star Trek. Actually, Atlantis has built-in holographic projectors in all the hallways anyways. But actually, that's something that pretty much all the ships end up getting. Mabel's did get it, I think, after a while. And then, yeah. And so we got Atlantis, and then we started getting all sorts of other things in. Like, with Atlantis, I think the next thing we got was some UNSC ship, I think, maybe in amber clad. I don't think we may have managed to get Forward into Dawn at some point, like to get the 2 halves of the ship and then just kind of piece them together. We got some awesome engineers over there. We have some really amazing engineers at the TTO that can put anything back together. And literal engineers too, as in Huragok, that can rebuild all sorts of systems. They're super smart. They're Forerunner built AI. Not really AI, they're organic. They're organic machines. Where else have I heard that? Organic machines. I'm trying to think. I'll think of that later. I think it was Transformers were organic machines. But they're the other way around. They're like a thinking organic, but they have a mechanical body. The Huragok are the other way around. They're an AI built to learn inside of a flesh and bone. Not really bone. I don't think they have any bones. But they're inside an organic body. I'm going to let this run for about 1 more minute. I'll see what else I can talk about, cram in there. Because I don't want a timetable to go over 20 minutes ever. Let's see. Oh yeah, something that I'm sure a lot of you are happy for me to bring up. A favorite series is included in the Sci-Fi universe, which is Firefly. Firefly does exist. What happened is, in around 2200, I think it was like 2198 or 2198, I think it was. The government of some country, I think it was like New Zealand acquired all sorts of star drives. They made a space program, and they pretty much evacuated Earth. They took their entire country, boarded spaceships, and left for a giant solar system, which became where Firefly is. And then that has a whole history of all its own. But right at the beginning of Book 2, you see us getting the Serenity and Mal and everyone else on board. which is really cool because everyone loves the Firefly crew, except for Fox, apparently. Screw you guys. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can delve into that way more if you want. You can pick individual topics, like, I could go Hitchhiker's Guide next time if you guys want. Hitchhiker's Guide, I could do more Star Trek, Star Wars. Not Star Wars, we don't have a lot of Star Wars. Maybe, a little. We don't have much. I'll be completely honest about that. I made maybe a couple references to it in my first book, but not many others. Or I could just go through the plot of the Nick of Time. Maybe next time I'll actually have the laptop with me. Over there. And then I'll read off stuff from it because I'll be able to reference my own canon, which gets difficult when it's all up here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And, have fun Halo 4ing. Go vote, please. Unless you're voting for a certain person, which I will not mention. Go vote for the good one. Trim out.